All right, Shalom. This is the brother Nahoya from the GMS Orlando camp. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasher Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word, and to the Akwath, who are believing this word, in all truth and in sincerity. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and verse 8. And it reads, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. All right, I want to go into a lesson on the kingdom being translated from one people to another. All right, what we're witnessing, the great work of Yahweh Shai Shai, is a beautiful and massive work in the eyes of man. All right, the scriptures say there's nothing that is too hard for the Lord. All right, so I'm not going to bind the counsels of the Lord, but in the eyes of man, this is massive. All right, when you think about what the Lord is doing, he's transferring complete power from one nation of people to Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, and the nation of Israel as joint heirs. All right, as a matter of fact, for edification, I'm going to go to Romans chapter 8, and we're going to jump down to verse 16. And it reads, the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit, that we are the children of Yahweh Shai Shai. And if children, then heirs, heirs of Yahweh Shai Shai, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. And this isn't the Lord switching out managers at a Checkers or a store manager at a Walmart. This is the Lord transitioning complete power and dominion of the planet from one people to another. All right. And we're witnessing the Lord, man, take power and watch a nation that was on top and watch the Lord and how he's dismantling that kingdom, taking wisdom, taking counsel from that kingdom, and ultimately judging that kingdom. And that's the time that we're in. All right, this is not a small feat. The Lord has promised the nation of Yasher Allah, beginning with the elect, beginning with Yahweh Shai, the kingdom, man. And that's not a small thing. All right, there's nothing on this side of life that is worth the opportunity to be partakers of the first fruits in holiness, man. All right, this is Luke 12 and 32. And it reads, fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. All right. And this is beyond your apartment, your 2-3 bedroom house. We're talking about dominion. All right. Beginning with Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. And the reason that this lesson is inspired through the Spirit is because, I meditate on the things that we think about naturally being in the flesh. All right. And how we imagine the kingdom, because the scriptures say eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. So we really can't truly imagine what the kingdom would be like. But even with the point of reference that we have when we look at other nations and the things that they've been able to enjoy in the past, we try to put that in the lens of the kingdom. But it's greater and larger than that. And the reason I say that is because we haven't really seen the world. Outside of what we're able to look at on TV and the internet, as far as documentaries and pictures of the world, we have no idea how abundant and massive just earth in itself is, let alone the abundance of creation. And all of that power, all of that substance is going to be translated from one people to Hamashiach first, and then the nation of Israel beginning with the first fruits as joint heirs. And that is a massive, massive work in the eyes of man. Because with that comes many positions of power through the Spirit. All right, and this is why the scriptures say this. All right, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6 and verse 24. But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and the wise king is the upholding of the people. So we know Yahweh Shai is King of Kings, but inside of a dominion that massive, there will be many other positions of rulership under that. And we have grown up in Babylon the Great, so we really have a small understanding of what power is really like through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, what dominion really looks like. All right, we are not only are we in the flesh, but we have been made low in this society. So our idea of power, as a nation of people, our idea of power is a Jay-Z or a P. Diddy, for most of our people. And then it goes above that for those who have understanding through the spirit. We understand that the elites of Esau, Edom, the so-called elites of Esau, Edom, have dominion. And there are articles that kind of give third-party ideas of what their power looks like. And we have no idea truly through the spirit what power really looks like, but we're about to find out. Lord willing, we're a part of that number. And the multitude of the wise, all right, are going to be put in those positions. That's why the Lord is exercising us in judgment now. All right, we're learning to rule our spirits. We're learning discipline. We're learning certain things that will have their benefit in the kingdom to come. All right, we'll be able to appreciate the chastisement of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, this is Galatians chapter 4:1. And the reason now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all, but is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father. All right, and we see through prophecy that that time is coming soon. And this is not a small feat. There are many things that come, and we can only imagine, what it actually looks like. But there are many positions and many things that are going to come to pass as the kingdom of heaven is established. The Lord is preparing us for judgment, to use it, to apply it. And there are going to be many things, all right, to organize and divide and discern and exercise judgment. And it reminds me of movies. The reason brothers love movies and things is because it gives you practice on discernment. You look at characters and what they do, and you discern what would have been the best decision or why certain things have happened in that movie. And that is just the exercising of that discernment, which is Yahweh Shema Shai's gift unto us, with the most important gift being faith. All right, but the scriptures talk about us judging the world. All right, we're not being prepared for just to have power. All right, power is going to be utilized properly, and that is what the kingdom of heaven is going to entail. All right, this says 1 Corinthians 6:2, and it reads, do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life? So everything that we're going through the spirit is in preparation for that position. All right, which is what the Lord promised us as a blessing. All right, is to have reign, to have dominion. All right. As a matter of fact, this is Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 6. And it reads, for the Lord thy God, Yahweh Shema Shai, blesseth thee, as he promised thee, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, but thou shalt not borrow. And thou shalt reign over many nations, but they shall not reign over thee. And this picture that you see through the spirit is from Marco Polo, the series on Netflix. And just as a brief summary, it's about Genghis Khan's grandson, I believe, who's in rulership, and how he's ruling his dominion, and the certain things, the ordering of his kingdom, and the things that happened during his time, because he was actually a historical figure that lived. And I like this thumbnail because it shows the two opposites, subjection and dominion. All right, in this photo, Yahweh Shai is going to have dominion. All right, and all the other nations are going to be subject to that dominion. All right, and it's a beautiful thing that we're witnessing through the spirit. The Lord is allowing prophecy to play out in a way where we get to witness the fall of a kingdom and why that kingdom is falling. Going through the history and seeing that what has been sown is about to be reaped, and how that's playing out in real time is the Lord showing us as young or small G's, or small gods, if you will, how to conduct proper rulership. All right. As a matter of fact, Psalms 82 and 1 reads, Yahweh Shemel Shai, or power, standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. All right, and those gods are us as a nation of people. All right, because when you go down to verse 6, it reads, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. All right, and through the Spirit we have fell at this position, but we are not going to be here forever. The Lord is preparing us for dominion. All right, under Yahweh Shai, of course. All right, with Yahweh Shai having the ultimate dominion. But again, when you think about Esau's rulership, the so-called white man, he has his elites, the DuPonts, the Gettys, but he also has these many different positions that are filled by other Edomites. When you think about mayors of local cities, councilmen, governors, people who are in charge of banks, financiers, all right, many different, and we're talking global, many different positions of Edomites who are put in a position of power and judgment and discernment. Judges all throughout the court systems, local, international, national, all of these different positions, all right, are filled with Edomites who are able to exercise the same power that they've been given as a nation because the Lord gave the world into the hand of the wicked. I use that as an example to show how abundant the kingdom of heaven is going to really be, man. We can't even imagine it, because when you think about those positions of power, that's just on earth. Now, complete rulership of the planet and beyond, there are going to be many different places and abundance and things we've never seen. And this is not a small feat what the Lord is doing, man. When you think about just earth in itself and all of the many resources earth possesses and the management of those resources, that's why the kingdom of heaven, man, is it's going to be so beautiful through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, we're going to be able to enjoy life, not just for the sake of enjoyment, but also to discern and to make decisions. Because the scriptures say when the righteous are in authority, the people will rejoice. Why are they going to rejoice? Because of the management of the planet. That is going to be a beautiful thing to witness and be a part of, Lord willing. All right, this is Isaiah 66. And I want to jump down to verse 10. And it reads, Rejoice ye Jerusalem, and be glad with her, all ye that love her. Rejoice for joy with her, all ye that mourn for her, that ye may suck and be satisfied with the breast of her consolations, that ye may milk out and be delighted with the abundance of her glory. For thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will extend peace to her like a river, and the glory of the Gentiles like a flowing stream. Then shall ye suck, ye shall be borne upon her sides, and be dandled upon her knees. As one whom his mother comforteth, so will I comfort you, and ye shall be comforted in Jerusalem. Now, when you go into the commentary of Isaiah 66, and I'm going to go into David Guzik's commentary, and we're going to jump down to the verses mentioned. All right. Man, this is going to be beautiful through the Spirit. All right, so this is picking up at Isaiah 66 and 12. The commentary reads, Behold, I will extend peace to her like a river. All right, it says, when the Messiah returns in glory and triumph, the peace of Jerusalem will be like a gentle, powerful river that is never disturbed. But not Jerusalem alone. All right, it says, in the glory of the Gentiles like a flowing stream, as one whom his mother comforts, so will I comfort you. All right. It says, man, this is beautiful through the Spirit. All right. It says, the hand of the Lord shall be known to his servants, and his indignation to his enemies. When the Messiah returns in glory and triumph, for some it will be a great blessing, and for others it is be nothing. For others, it is be nothing but judgment indeed. All right. And through the Spirit, we understand this. All right. That when the kingdom is established, all of our enemies, every one of them shall go into captivity. All right. But for us, Lord willing, we're part of that number. All right. The remnant, and then eventually the rest of the nation through the children of the elect. All right. This will be a blessing. This will be a beautiful time for us. But for all of our enemies, every one of them, all right, they're going to go into captivity. All right. As a matter of fact, this is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. And it reads, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So that's the ultimate transition of power. Because right now, everybody is subject to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. But in the kingdom of heaven, it will be turned right side up instead of upside down. And those who have served themselves upon us will become our servants through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. They will be subject unto us as a nation of people. All right. And when you go into Isaiah, the 66th chapter, again, it says, verse 14, when ye see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb. And the hand of the Lord shall be known toward his servants, and his indignation toward his enemies. See, right now, the world hasn't seen the power of the Heavenly Father like they will see it. Then it's going to be known, all right, that division, all right, those who were the children of the kingdom, all right, beginning with the elect of the nation of Israel. And then the other nations, they're going to see the indignation, like it mentions in Ezekiel, the 39th chapter. The 39th chapter, when it says, the heathen shall know when I have placed my hand upon them. That's that separation. Then they're gonna serve willingly at a certain point. They're going to be ruled over with a rod of iron, which is that strictness. All right, that mighty rulership, that strong dominion. And then they're going to rejoice when they realize that they're in good hands through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. As a matter of fact, let's go to Revelation chapter 2. I'm going to jump down to verse 26. And it reads, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. All right. Because again, it's Yahweh Shai's kingdom first. And then the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect, are joint heirs. And this is nothing. This is something to be amazed at through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. The Lord is transitioning complete power, dominion, something that we've never seen before through the Spirit. The Lord is going to put down proud princes and put the meek in their stead. Lord willing, we're a part of that. And just to witness the work of Yahweh Shema Shai is amazing, man. You can only imagine what the kingdom is like, how the ordering of the kingdom is like. The scriptures give us glimpses of it, but really, we won't really know what it's really like until we're there, until we're there. Man, it's going to be so beautiful through the Spirit, but in that all nations are going to serve. All right. As the scriptures say, man. All right. And they're going to serve Yahweh Shai first, man. First and foremost. Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be served first and foremost. But us as the nation of Israel, Lord willing, we're part of that first fruits, are also going to be joint heirs to that rulership, man. As a matter of fact, let's get this. This is Psalm 72 and 11. And it reads, man, because this is going into Yahweh Shai's rulership. Verse 10 reads, the kings of Tarshish and of the isles shall bring presents. The kings of Sheba and Seba shall offer gifts. Yea, all kings shall fall down before him. All nations shall serve him. All right. And that him is Yahweh Shai. All right. Yahweh Shema Shai. But Yahweh Shai is going to be the King of Kings. All right. And all nations are going to serve him, man. And that's the time that we're coming into, that transition of power, where it's not just It's not just getting a new job. This is something that's extraordinary, man. Scriptures say Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Just it can't even be described. It is so abstract because the scriptures say eyes have not seen and ears have not heard. We can't even imagine what the ordering of the kingdom looks like, man. If this is what the Lord has given the wicked, and the Lord said in Luke the 12th chapter that it is his good pleasure to give us the kingdom, man, we can only imagine, man. That's going to be, Lord willing, we're a part of that number. Let me get the other one in. I believe it's in Zechariah. All right. Yep, this is Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 16. And it shall come to pass that everyone that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon him shall be no rain. And if the family of Egypt go not up, and come not, that have no rain, there shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. And that shows you there's a separation between the nation of Israel and heathens. All right, because the scriptures didn't describe them as unbelievers, it described them as heathens. All right, or foreign nations. All right. And this is how we know through the Spirit that there's going to be an ultimate transition of power to the nation of Yasha Allah, man. All right. This is a beautiful time that we're able to witness. We're witnessing the Lord take power from one nation and prepare it for our nation. Lord willing, we're a part of the first fruits, man. Beginning with Yahweh Shai, King of Kings. We're about, man. This is Isaiah 45:17. And it reads, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end. A dominion with no end. Man, man. And through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, everything that we see going on in the news, Fox News, all of these different articles, all of these things are telling us one thing. It's the Lord showing us what time we're in. And we're in a time of rejoicing because what? Because the kingdom is coming, man. The kingdom is nigh. Dominion. You think about just all the abundance that the Lord has on the planet, that it's not being able to be enjoyed. First and foremost by the inheritors of the planet, which is Yahweh Shai and the nation of Israel. But the other nations, they don't know what real, true, correct rulership looks like. They have no idea. And if this is what they're willing to do to get favors from the wicked, the cruel, which is Esau, Edom, imagine what they're going the state of these heathens when they see proper rulership. Beginning with Yahweh Shai, man. The Lord said our peace is going to run like a river, undisturbed. Scriptures talk about none making us afraid. That's what's being prepared for us. Lord willing, we're a part of that number. All right, let me see. Let me go to... I believe it is... I believe it's Jeremiah 33. And then I'll probably end it on that. Yep, this is Jeremiah 33:6. And it reads, behold, I will bring it health and cure, and I will cure them, and will reveal unto them the abundance of peace and truth. And I will cause the captivity of Judah and the captivity of Israel to return, and will build them as at the first. And I will cleanse them from all their iniquity, whereby they have sinned against me. And I will pardon all their iniquities, whereby they have sinned, and whereby they have transgressed against me. And it shall be to me a name of joy, a praise and an honor before all the nations of the earth, which shall hear all the good that I do unto them, and they shall fear and tremble for all the goodness and for all the prosperity that I procure unto it. Man, that's going to be beautiful through the spirit of poverty. How about Shemel Shai? Lord willing, we're a part of that number. The NLT translation says, then this city will bring me joy, glory, and honor before all the nations of the earth. The people of the world will see all the good I do for my people, and they will tremble with awe at the peace and prosperity I provide for them. And that's what's coming. And the reason I want to do this lesson through the Spirit is because everything has a means to an end through the Spirit and poverty. How about Shemel Shai? All the terrible judgments that are being prepared for the world is opening or clearing the path for the kingdom of heaven, man. And these are the things that the servants of Yahweh Shemel Shai have to look forward to. Lord willing, we're part of that number. This is the good news. The scriptures, the gospel literally means good news. These things were written aforetime for our comfort, that we would have comfort in these times of tribulation. That the Lord is preparing the kingdom for us, man. The scriptures talk about the kingdom already being prepared. We're just living in it while it's playing out. All right, so Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who are the elders of Yasha Allah, and a sincere salutation to all you Akim, who are preaching this word and believing this word, and to the Akwath, who are believing this word in all truth and in sincerity. Shalom.